Good evening, Verse Warriors. I'm back from my trip, and it's now round 11. So away for a few days, wasn't able to do a video, but a lot's happened in those few days, so let's get into it. Firstly, there's been a patch, so that's pretty cool. A few things I've noticed is that we've got kings displayed on the map now. 3 elves, an orc, and a human king, so that's pretty cool that we can see where they are. That might change how the game is played a little bit, being able to see where they are. An example would be here. We know there's a king on there, but we can't see him if we're looking at it. You know, there's only 8 characters shown. Is it 1, 2, 3? Yeah, so that's interesting that we can now see where the kings are. It might help the more casual players know where the pushes are and things like that. They have updated the resources over here to show what resources each clan is gaining per round and how. So obviously the elves have run miles ahead in terms of tiles, and they're nearly ahead in terms of the resources they're getting from resource points. Probably will be ahead quite a bit very soon. So yeah, the elves are going to overtake the orcs, I believe, this round. So that's pretty interesting. The developers also added some keys in here. They've got their resource points. I'm sure they're going to fix that pretty quickly. I just posted that. They've got cliffs, obviously, shows you where the cliffs are, and this, king on the tile. One of the other things is, if you've got a character, say on this tile, it's going to show that there's a human, one of your characters, on that tile. So that's really handy for the people that have got a few characters. Let's say I own this character that's here and this character here. If I don't know if this character is going to move, I can make a choice to move this one here and this one here to tie up those resources. If I had this character as well, I'd know that I can move this one here and this one here. So yeah, it's really handy for those that do have a few characters. It makes it much simpler to play the game. Right, onto the game itself, and a lot has been happening. There's my screenshot. So I've only just taken this, so I don't know what's been moved and what hasn't today. But this is where we're at the moment. Obviously, there's a big war going on right here between the humans and the orcs. I think I counted 70 odd injuries and I think 10 deaths on the daily reports for the last 2 days. That's a lot. That's a lot going on. So yeah, this is going to be interesting to see what happens here. I guess since this has been happening, the elves have just run away. They've had no one contesting them, so that's been interesting. I think the elves are actually starting to push into the humans' territory here, and obviously this is going to be pretty bloody as well. So you can see at the moment the humans, they're going to get destroyed here. There's less than 30 humans in these sort of areas, and there's 40 odd, 50 odd, sorry, elves, and there's 2 kings in this. So they're about to walk all over these guys. I assume this round they're going to push in. I'm pretty sure they haven't moved since this round, so yeah, that's going to be it's going to be fun seeing what happens here. Humans, yeah, I think they're going to get eaten. Realistically, the only things I can see is that yeah, the elves are pushing through here, but pretty much they're not getting any fight back at all. There's a couple of orcs that are still pushing these lines, but again, I think these humans, these elves will just go through it, no worries, because the orcs and the humans are doing all of this. Yeah. One thing that I did notice, obviously, there's a few resources here they still need to get, but they have pushed back. There were humans on a couple of these fields that it also looks like they're pushing it back. So that's something, I guess. Yeah, so that's pretty much where it is at the moment. It's looking good. Hopefully we can. Can't wait for tomorrow to see what happens with this and what happens here. It's going to be interesting. All right, until tomorrow. See yous.